And you're very welcome to Night Time with Odie. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Yes, we are in our new time of Thursday night. If you were online looking at us or trying to find us last night and it didn't happen, you were just 24 hours early. Don't worry about it. I've got an absolutely fantastic show lined up for you today. I've got Angie Golaski. She's going to be coming on chatting about artwork. I've got Jamal Carter. Well, he's absolutely fantastic. I've seen him play comedy so many times. Brilliant. Jody Marco is going to be giving us some music. He can drop us money if he wants. And of course, we have Andrew and Sarah Cobb. They're going to be telling us all about what they do under houses. And you can definitely find out about that in a couple of minutes. It's going to be a little bit different. Yes. Now, have any of you decided that you like to make a cup of tea? Now, I'm not talking about sweet tea. Now, we all love sweet tea. Down here in the south, we all love it. It's amazing. Has anybody drank hot tea? Has any of y'all have hot tea? In my audience? Yeah, you can make noise. Be loud. I don't mind. There you go. So we've all tried a bit of hot tea. Everybody knows that England and Ireland drink a lot of hot tea. Okay? An American scientist, yes, I said an American scientist, has put a storm into a teacup. He has decided that the best way to make a cup of tea is not the traditional way. And he has told everybody in Ireland and in the UK how to make a cup of tea. Are you ready for this now? Is the audience ready for this? Yeah. First of all, you have to do it in a microwave. You know, you just cannot get a good cup of tea out of a microwave. Then you need to put the tea bag into it and leave it in there. And then you add salt. This guy has got so much comeback from the people in England and in Ireland on TikTok and in all of the different things. They're like, why are you adding salt? What is the purpose of salt? Look, we understand that the Boston Tea Party happened a long time ago. You weren't happy with the tea, but, you know, just stop putting salt into the tea. It doesn't make it for a good cup of tea. So now he has retracted his statement and he is asking English people and Irish people to show him how to make a cup of tea. So he's realized the error of his ways and he's decided that he's not going to do it anymore. Now, have we all been a little bit fed up of the dating game? Has anybody been dating? Anybody had a few dates? We've all had a few dates. No, nobody's dated at all. Even the married people here, they've not. Right. So I'm getting the hush. My wife is sitting right beside me, Dom. But there was a Brazilian woman. Now, before I go too much further, I'm going to tell you this happened in Florida. All right? So we all know, yeah. A Brazilian woman living in Florida, well, she was fed up of the dating game, so she decided, fed up of dating men. So we all think, well, okay, she's going to date girls, and that's fine. But she didn't. She didn't decide to go dating girls. She decided to make a man. Okay, she made him out of rags. She made a full man out of rag dolls. She made a rag doll man. And she claimed that he didn't backchat, he didn't give her cheek, he'd done exactly what he was supposed to do. He just lay there and, you know, he made it, when they were driving in the carpool lane, he didn't complain about her driving and everything was fine. She then got a little bit lonely, so she decided to have kids with the rag doll man. And she had one little baby that she made out of rags. So she had a ragdoll husband and she then had a ragdoll child. But then she felt that one little kid wasn't enough, so she made another set of twins. She made twin children out of ragdolls. If it didn't happen in Florida, you wouldn't believe it. Has anybody been to Thailand? No? Nobody's been to Thailand? I haven't been to Thailand. Don't want to go to Thailand. It's a little bit crazy, a little bit strange, a little bit out there. Well, the king of Thailand, now listen, I'm going to butcher his name, but I'm going to try, all right? So we're going to try it here now. It's King Maha Vajralongkorn. That's his name, okay? Well, he decided that if anybody draws any photographs of him doing anything that he shouldn't be doing, that he's going to put them into jail. So you know the way we all give out about Joe Biden, and we're like, oh, this, that, and the other, and we're saying, you know, different things about him, and people say things about the Republican Party, and people say different things, and they can say pretty much whatever they want. It's the freedom of speech. You can say anything you want, which is great. In Thailand, don't do that. There was an artist, a 27-year-old artist, and he decided to make a drawing of the king looking a little bit silly. You've seen the caricatures with the big noses, and well, he gave him a big crown, and he gave him loads of different things, and a big chin. So he was locked away for 2 years for creating a character of the king. Now, you think that's a little bit strange? The king himself decided to lock himself away during COVID for 2 years in Germany with 25 virgins in a hotel. Anyway, so not even the king wants to be in Thailand. Listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When I come back, we'll be talking to Angie all about her art. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Ange, very welcome back to Nighttime with Odie. Did you get your cup of tea? Did you put salt and sugar in? No. Tell you what, before we get Angie, we're just going to give you a quick little rundown of what's coming up in the area around Anderson in the next couple of days. On Monday, there is a sourdough bread making class, and that's happening in the Kitchen Emporium. Starts at 6 o'clock on Monday. That's January the 29th, yeah, which is because we're out of January at this stage. On Friday, you can go to the Carolina Bauer House, and you can get dinner with triple smoked meat plate. Or on Saturday night, well, you can go down there and you can get a farm to fire pizza. Pizza and a pint is coming in at $20. So head on down there, that's not a bad thing. Sunday at the T. Ed Garrison Arena, they have the AKC Dog Show, and that's on all day. So bring the family down to that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And on Sunday as well, a big congratulations to Sullivan's Metropolitan Grill. They're celebrating their 25th anniversary. So head on down there. There might be a few little extras down there for their 25th anniversary. And it says, sorry, but the goat milk soap making class, am I reading that right? Is it goat milks? Okay. Apparently you can make soap out of goat milk. Well, that class is going to be happening. Oh, it's not. It's full for this year, so you can go next year. You can make your goat milk soap next year, and I really want to try it. So if anybody has any goat milk soap out there, send it in to us. That is hard to say. We have a goat in the studio. Don't forget, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can, if you have a comment, you can drop it down there, and we will get to it. Anyway, time for my first guest. Will you welcome Miss Angie Golaski? Hi.
Hi, Emily.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So, you're a bit of an artist.
A bit, yeah.
A bit of an artist. What kind of art do you do?
A little bit of everything. I do a lot of illustration, just really expressive, kind of.
You didn't draw any pictures of a king, did you?
No.
No, don't do that.
No,
Definitely
thank
don't do
goodness,
that.
especially not in Thailand.
You can draw them as what's the guy in charge? President. There you go. That's the word. Sorry about that. I had a presidential moment. Yeah, but
You're not from here.
No, I am from around these parts, and Irish and English is not my friend. But so, how long have you been an artist?
Since I was just a kid, I think all of us are, and at some point we just kind of lose touch with it. So.
No. I mean,
You
you've seen my. I can't draw. I mean, you can tell us a few little things that you can chat away to us there, and I can start drawing something that'll look terrible.
Okay. What are you gonna draw?
I don't know. It's probably he's going to have a head, and then he's going to have, and that's me.
Wow.
See, that's me. Wherever it is, there.
You need
can't
the
see.
glasses and the hair. for
Glasses and the hair. So Angie, you've done a lot of artwork. You do, but you don't use normal kind of canvas. You don't use normal pages. You draw on pages of books.
Yes, I do that. I'm kind of irreverent about what I like to use, so I'll find pieces of cardboard or things like that, and it really makes other artists mad when I do that too.
Oh, why?
You're not supposed to. You're supposed
What?
to spend all your money on the nice art supplies and
So
stuff like that.
so you're supposed to get like real canvas.
Right, and like there's a component of it where it won't stand the test of time potentially, but no.
Why would that be?
If
It
it's
will
on
fade?
paper, yeah, or if it's on cardboard, it's just not really
Okay.
designed to endure.
And okay, so who decided all those years ago that you have to draw the right, use the right implements of destruction?
I don't know.
So where can we see some of your artwork?
Right now, mostly on Facebook. I have Instagram also.
Mm-hmm. Have we a few? I think we have a few pieces there. There's one there. What are we calling this one?
Autumn.
Autumn. Is it not the fall? It's the fall because the cat pushed her. So what have you used on that? Is that one is canvas, is it?
It's on watercolor paper, and that's watercolor with Sharpie.
Ah, okay. And where did you get the inspiration for that one?
Well, she made tea in the microwave with salt in it, and she's just feeling very comforted and warm and cozy.
It all comes back to the tea. This is the tea show tonight. All right, what do we got? We've got another one there. So this one.
I actually do a lot of house portraits for people, and this is a daycare that is actually also their home. So they run a daycare out at the back.
Ah.
And I went and did face painting for the kids at the daycare, and she asked me to do a picture of their home also. So.
Do many people want pictures of their homes?
But it's actually a thing. A lot of people do, or like they'll be selling their family home and they want to remember where they raised their kids and stuff like that. Or I work with real estate people who are helping people close on their homes, and they'll do that as a gift, like in a gift basket, that kind of thing.
That is a nice idea. You remember back in the day that there was the overhead photography of the houses?
Yeah.
People used to fly. They used to go up and fly and take, and they'd come and try and sell you the photographs of your own house.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy, but.
I think at the time it was because you have some guy flying around just taking photographs of your house. And obviously now, if you want to do that, someone will get a drone, or you sit outside their house and paint it.
Right.
And hopefully they know you're coming. Otherwise, they just have your truck sitting outside their house.
Right.
Okay. I think we have another one here. What's this one? What did we call it? We did this whale of a time.
You had a good name for it. I like your name best.
But I was told that it's an orcas, therefore it's a dolphin and not a whale.
That's true.
But you see, I don't believe in that, and I don't want to subscribe to that newsletter. So, yeah. Where did you come up with the inspiration for this one?
I think I was just, I don't know, just kind of looking at perspective and what's under the surface.
Ah, oh, this is kind of deep. It's not just It's not just what's there. It's like it goes, okay.
Right.
Oh, that's us again. So, if anybody was looking to get, someone was looking to get a painting of their house, or if someone was looking to get, do you do people?
People, yeah, I've been doing a lot of people, a lot of like deceased loved ones. do
Okay.
A lot of pieces like that, and pets.
Right.
Yep.
How do you get the pets to stay still?
Usually I work from a photograph.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier.
That's a good challenge though when you're just painting.
Sit. Sit.
Or horses, especially. Yeah.
Trying to run after a horse. And
Yeah.
actually, you should start doing that. You know, you could be running after it and just like painting it as you're running, and just it'll be kind of a Picasso kind of a thing once you're done.
interpret it. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to get in contact with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
I think through my Facebook page is probably
What's your Facebook page?
Angie.Golaski.
At Facebook.
Yeah.
Is there no ats? I don't think there's ats in Facebook. No, so Angie.Golaski, and they can get you on that. And Golaski is Golaski, because lots of people have problems spelling that one. This is saying it out. So have you any pieces coming up? Have you any portraits that you're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, or any big projects?
Well, I'm catching up. I've had a lot of work for commissions for Christmas that I got done. So now I have a portrait I'm finishing.
Yeah.
I have a house portrait also for a friend in Colorado.
And how long does it take to do? How long would it take if someone said, "Okay, I want you to do my house"?
Usually those are about an hour, hour and a half.
Ah.
Depends on how much I doodle and
Okay.
on them.
Or get
yeah.
distracted, or kind of watch TV, or
Yeah.
tune in to Nighttime with Odie, and
Right.
yeah. And what about, are people or animals? They'd be a little bit kind of more complicated, a little bit harder, would they?
Not typically. I usually kind of like create like rub. So one trick I'll teach you, if
Okay.
you scrape like pencil on the back of the paper,
Oh yeah.
and then you trace over it, you kind of give yourself a rough outline. It's got a
It's not working.
pencil, yeah.
Oh,
We
it's a
can
pen.
work-
Yeah, it's not
we
very
can work
good
on
at
that.
following directions like that.
Yeah. So you can kind of roughly like put down dimensions of someone's face and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, and then it's just kind of working in color.
So you kind of copy it, like you get the tracing paper and you're putting it over, and like there's the eye, and there's no here.
No, I feel like I'm giving my trade secrets.
What would you suggest to anybody that's thinking about starting to paint?
Just, I guess, like, you don't do it because you're gonna be famous, or you do it because it means a lot to you, and it's an expression of you, and it's therapeutic for you.
Okay.
Definitely.
And
give it a
have you
try.
found that while you're creating art, that your brain just relaxes? Do you find it as a kind of a step away from normal life?
Absolutely, and just there are times if I'm in a funk or something like that, it just accesses a totally different part of my brain. It's very,
The creative side.
yes, absolutely.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic.
It's a
And-
joyful thing to bring art into the world.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I suppose if you had different people doing the same piece, like if you had a model standing in front of us there and you were to draw it and I was to draw it, I mean, obviously they're going to look completely different, and you've got different aspects and different, you could have different reasons in your head for drawing something different. If you were in, as you say, if you could have been in a dark place, you'd be drawing something dark, like a vampire or something, or if you were in a happy place, you'd have little leprechauns and little floaty bunnies and all that kind of fun stuff. Have you ever done something, and once you finished it, you're like, no, I cannot let anybody see that.
Yeah, I've done some editing on my own work, and it's ended up
Will you-
in the fire or
I was-
in
yeah,
the
I was
trash or things like that.
I was going to
Or
say that.
like sometimes it's just sort of like you're talking about, where you just want to get it out of yourself, and I think a lot of artists do that, where you don't want it in here anymore, so you want it on the paper, and then maybe it's something we don't want around or things
So
like
it's
that.
a therapy. It definitely is a therapy.
Absolutely.
So you're
Or it can be almost like a manifestation, like I want this in my life. I'm going to paint about love and surround myself with love and stuff like that. So
That's a bit hippie now, in all fairness. isn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
It's a bit kind of out there, like, you know, you kind of, it's when you get them lovely scent coming into your house, like,
Yeah.
hey man, I'm gonna paint something.
I don't know what it's going to be, but
Yeah.
you know, I want it to
I'm
manifest.
gonna manifest it.
I'm gonna, hey, we're vibing, we're manifesting here, man.
Very woo-woo.
Okay. California, man. Gotta go surfing and manifesting paintings. That's what I gotta do.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Angie, thank you so much for coming in and having the
Thank
chats
you
with us.
for
It's been
having me.
absolutely amazing, and thanks for bringing your art pieces as well.
Yeah,
And hopefully we'll get you back, and we might get you to make a piece for us.
great.
Perfect. Anyway, folks, we are going to take another quick commercial break, and when we come back, we will have the amazing Jamal Carter. He's going to be giving us a little bit of comedy. So don't go anywhere. Make yourself a cup of tea if you want to. We will be right back. Jory, welcome back to Nighttime with Odie. Now it is comedy time. I've seen this guy perform on stage many times. Will you please put your hands together for the absolutely fantastic Mr. Jamal Carter?
All right, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Yeah, we all made it to a new year, January 2024. Everybody makes New Year's resolution that they don't do. I made one last year, and that's the closest I ever got to my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution was to lose 50 pounds, and I wanted to say that I'm only 60 pounds away from my New Year's resolution from last year. So I feel really good about that. You ever listen to some people New Year's resolution and hear what they say? Like, it's so weird to hear what other people's New Year's resolution is. This one girl told me her New Year's resolution was to have one baby daddy. And what popped in my head was, were you planning on having another one? Like, how many baby dads did you make last year? You know, I was like, it was so many questions that I had. I didn't get it. Valentine's Day coming up, you know, he was talking about dating earlier. I am glad that I'm done with the dating game. Dating is rough. But when I was dating, I did have some dates. You know, I dated one girl who was cockeyed, and we had to break up because she kept seeing other people. And it just didn't work out, you know. I didn't know which way her tears were going to go when she cried. You know, I was trying to catch them. It was rough. And, you know, it was a rough day, you know. I like game shows. Anybody game show fan in here? But I always think of like my own game show, like, right? Remember I told you I dated the cockeyed girl? So I imagine you get like two cockeyed people in a room together, and you sit them across from each other. And if they make eye contact, they get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever tried to talk to a cockeyed person? You know, you don't know which eye to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Most times I look at a cockeyed person and I talk to them, I just look around like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty good right now. You know, I don't know how to look at them. I got a blind friend. He actually started dating another blind girl, and I was like, I know it wasn't love at first sight. Like, so like, how did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he was talking about they was gonna get married and have kids, and I was like, come on, man, who gonna watch these kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, who was watching these kids? You know, you gotta hire like a CNI dog to watch these kids. You know, like anytime the kid do something wrong, the dog gonna bark, get out of there. You know, like. It's gonna be rough, man. It's rough. And I always have dated like small women. My wife is real small, and I always like to see the expression of how their dad is, like when they first meet me. Like when I go to somebody's house for the first time, I remember one time I dated a girl and the dad looked at me like this. He said, "Golly, you got a big one." And I knew my wife had dated a lot of big dudes because when her dad first saw me, he just went, "Mm-hmm," and walked back to his room like this is what I expected. It's a movie called Shallow Hal. Anybody familiar with the movie Shallow Hal? That's how I feel like my wife look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel like she look at me. I know how most girls when they out with their girlfriends, they be talking about how great the boyfriend is, the husband is. They're like, he got a nice six pack, and he just does all this running in the morning. My wife probably talk about me and probably be like, man, he got nice stretch marks, you know, and his shoes be leaning just the way I like them, you know. When he bend over, his butt crack be showing, you know, just different stuff, you know. He got the most beautiful sounding farts. Like anybody ever say you got beautiful sounding farts, they love you to death. You hear me? Because fat people and skinny people fart different. Do y'all know that? Yeah. Have y'all ever heard a fat person fart? Y'all ever heard it? It kind of sounds like a fire alarm going off. Kind of sounds like somebody drowning in water. If you know when you have a balloon, when you stretch it and you let the air come out, that's kind of how a fat person fart sound. Like that's skinny people fart, it's just one pop, boop, and that's it. And that's over with. Like, did your back crack? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. I want to start my own review. Like, you know how they have like Yelp and stuff. Like, I want to do like a fat friendly review. Like you know what I'm saying, you go to somewhere, you know, they had chairs I could sit in, you know, food that was eatable, you know, like you come in, you're like something like right here. If they ask me what my Yelp review of the chairs will be, I'll be like, come early. They got like 2 chairs for you. You know, the big chairs, you know, the big people, we have to worry about them chairs, you know, them plastic chairs everybody wants you to sit in. They be like, you can sit in that chair right there. I'll be like, no, you got to find something bigger for me. That's it. And small people always try me. Like, they want to fight me and stuff. I don't fight people. I just fall on you. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to fall on purpose. That's what I'm doing. I fall on people. That's what I do. You're going to have a hard time getting me up. I'm going to have a hard time getting up. It's going to be fun for both of us. You know? But anyway, that's my time. I'm a bit dedicated, y'all. Thank y'all.
That was absolutely fantastic. Jamal, come have a chat. Come and have a sit down. Rest yourself. Rest your bones. That was amazing, buddy. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. So, Jamal, I've seen you so many times up on stage in loads of different venues. Yes. What's the draw to it? What makes you keep wanting to keep getting back up on stage?
I like seeing people laugh. I love seeing people laugh. I always have liked to see people laugh and have fun. You know, it's a good feeling when you know somebody had a bad day, and then they come to your show and they just laugh it all away. Yeah. So I feel like that's a good feat for me.
And did you always have it? Did you always kind of, as a young kid, did you always kind of make people giggle, were you the joker of the class? Were you the?
I absolutely was. I was a class clown. I had this one teacher who. It's gonna sound bad at first, okay?
It's
but
good.
let it go with it.
You're in a safe place.
Yeah. So she put a cat in the dryer by accident and it died. And
you put a cat in the dryer.
Yeah, it's by accident. But
okay.
But I didn't like the teacher, so every time I got mad or whatever, I just started going. And she'd take me to get out of the class, but the classmates thought it was hilarious. And
first of all, I don't like cats. So
you okay with that?
I'm okay
like,
with
throw
that.
all the cats in the dryer. Like,
well, look, we don't advise anybody here to throw any cats in dryers, but, if it happens. And second of all, I didn't like teachers. So yeah. I wasn't the class clown. I was never in the class. Oh, yeah. But these things happen. So how long have you been on getting up on stage? And what first said to you, what was it? I'm going to get up on stage. Tonight is going to be the night. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to do it.
I've seen a lot of unfunny people on stage, and I said, I could do better than them. I think I could do better than them. And I got up, I said, I'm going to get up here and do it. And I found out about the open mic at the Comedy Zone. Yeah. And I said, let me go check it out first. I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to see how they do it. And I saw that, and I was like, next time they have, I'm definitely going to go up there. So.
Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah. I was shaking. Yeah. Breathing hard. And
did it
breathing hard is normal for big people. Y'all didn't know. But it's more normal when you're nervous, though. So.
So when you were sitting down and you were getting ready and they were going to call up your name, Do you remember your first set?
Oh man.
Or is it kind of, it was all a blur, it was all scary, it was all crazy, you got up and talked and got back down again?
You know, I recorded it. And,
Okay.
And I watch it now, and I'd be like, this was terrible. And I was telling people to come see me and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope they ain't come see this. Like, this was terrible.
That's absolutely, that's kind of how it happened for me as well, way back in the day. So, Jamal, where are you playing next? Where's your next gigs?
I actually host 2 monthly shows now. I have a monthly show every second Saturday in Honeypath at the Fiddle and Bow, and I have a show every third Tuesday at Three Friends Bar in Taylor, South Carolina.
Nice.
So I host those. So yeah, and various shows pop up for me to do it along the way, and I usually try to post them up on my social media. And but yeah, they're my 2 shows that I put together.
Awesome. And they're working good?
Yeah, they're working good.
Full houses?
Not full houses yet.
Getting there?
They're getting there. They're growing every day. And so
Good. Is it good room?
both are good rooms.
Good room. That's
Go for good
good.
rooms.
Yeah, for anybody, good room is like you go to it and you're going to get the laughs, you're going to get the giggles. And there's a few people out there that have never heard of a good room. The good room is the room that you're not allowed to go into.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
but yeah, good room. So, Jamal, listen, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving us the giggles tonight,
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
make sure we definitely get you back on again.
Thanks for
so,
having me.
As Jamal was saying, on every second Saturday and where are we? This one? Every second Saturday, every second Tuesday, you can go and see his act. What's your Facebook? What's your handle?
My Facebook handle is Big Daddy Cater Comedy.
There you go. So make sure you get onto that. And yeah, that's it. Anyway, listen, we're going to take another quick break and we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Now, you're very welcome back to Nighttime with Odie, and it is music time. Will you please welcome Jody DeMarco with his song, Living Like Johnny Cash.
Well, ever since I was a little boy, the only thing that brought me joy was learning to pick the guitar and sing. And I loved all those country stars with their Eagle buses and Cadillac cars. For me, the man in black was always king. Well, I lived fast and I lived hard, playing the honky tonks and bars, living on the edge from town to town. And the nights were hot and the beer was cold, the girls were pretty, easy to hold. I never ever dreamed slowing down, keeping a close watch on this heart of mine. Between Jesus and jail, walking the line. Yeah, I sing country music, and it's true, I dress in black, living my life like Johnny Cash. Well, I was living out my dream when things got hard, times got mean, my world went upside down in the fray. And then one day I met my June, we said our vows and we said our do, set me on the straight and narrow way. Well, the devil looked me in the eye and he thought he could win. I told him to try, but I'm not going down without a fight. 'Cause Jesus is a friend of mine and he ain't ever left my side, always with me every day and night. Keeping a close watch on this heart of mine, between Jesus and jail, walking the line. Yeah, I sing country music, and it's true, I dress in black, living my life like Johnny Cash. Well, I guess it's true I've mellowed some, but that doesn't mean I don't have fun. But the whiskey and the beer make mornings hard. So with my old guitar in my hand, standing on stage with a three-piece band, pouring out my heart just like J.R. Keeping a close watch on this heart of mine, between Jesus and jail, walking the line. Yeah, I sing country music, and it's true, I dress in black, living my life like Johnny Cash. Living my life like Johnny Cash.
Absolutely fantastic, Jody. Jody is amazing. Now, you can check out Jody. He is touring all around in Georgia, in and around Livonia. You can definitely see him there. Check out his Facebook page. I think it's Joey DeMarco Music. You can get him on there, and all of his dates are on there. Anyway, so my next guests are the Cobbs. I've got Andrew and Sarah, and they're from Cobb Crawl Space Repair. Very welcome, folks.
Thank you.
How are y'all?
We're doing well, sir.
Yeah, that's the thing I love about living here in the south is you get called sir. If you call someone sir in Ireland, they think you owe you money or something like that. But yeah, no. So crawl space repair, is it as nasty as it sounds?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, you see, you say fun, but I've looked into my crawl space. So if anybody's watching back there that doesn't know what a crawl space is, it's under your house, am I right with that?
That's
or
correct.
kind of at the side and you can get into it. And it is what it says because you have to crawl in under it. What generally is held in your crawl space? What's down there?
Well, generally, this is the access for homeowners to be able to inspect their plumbing and electrical. They do generally have a insulation up underneath there, and just
So
to
everything. So you've got your sink in your house, and it goes down through the floor and then through the crawl space,
Yes,
and
sir,
then
yes.
out to wherever it needs to go. So, if there was ever a leak, are you the kind of guys? Would you be the right guys to go down and stop that from happening after the plumber, or do you do plumbing services as well?
Well, we don't actually do any plumbing services.
Okay.
We would do more of a foundation leaking, waterproofing.
Ah, yeah. So water can get in through the foundation, but you kind of stop that from happening.
That's correct. So if you got flooded basements and your basement's flooding or crawl space have water in it, we generally install sump pumps in those areas.
Right.
And do waterproofing.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And do you kind of make it that it's a lot easier to access your crawl space, that it's not so icky anymore?
So,
'Cause-
yes, we actually specialize in crawl space encapsulation and dehumidification. So that's where we actually seal the crawl space off from the exterior and the outside environment. And I like to clean the crawl space.
So it makes it a lot easier to get in there, and there's not creepy crawlies and all the Have you ever found anything in a crawl space that you shouldn't have found?
Maybe 2 live skunks.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I've been around live skunks, like with a bit of distance, so I can get away from them. You kind of can't do that in a crawl space.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky. We were actually going to clean up an encapsulation that we had already completed,
Yeah.
and we didn't know at the time that they had some issues around the HVAC unit
Okay.
where skunks had gotten in under the encapsulation.
Okay.
So we were there cleaning up because we knew that there was some fecal matter and other things
Yeah.
that showed that there were pests there before. And his brother was actually with us working on that, and he put his hand down and something moved. And we figured out that there was 2 skunks under the encapsulation. So the gentleman there was like, "Well, let me go get my gun and we'll take care of this." And I was like, "Well, sir, can I try to get him out first?"
Okay. So the owner was going to use his own method of removing the skunk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a plan. But he did let me try first. So I was like, "Well, if you have a bucket and a knife and a lid, I think I can do this." So we had to pin down the skunk and place the bucket over it, cut the liner around the bucket, slide the lid under, flip it over, carry him out.
Did you get skunked?
No.
You know, and encapsulation is pretty much keeping gases like the water vapor from evaporating
Yeah.
and getting up into the structure. So with the encapsulation, you know, if the skunk was up underneath, theoretically, it would spray the liner. It wouldn't be up underneath.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't get to you.
I mean, you could
Be
still
up
smell
underneath.
it, but
You could definitely smell it, but
skunk is it's a you
it
know
wouldn't be fun. But
we don't have skunks in Ireland. Like we just don't. And there's a lot of different creatures that we don't have in Ireland, but we don't have skunks. And the very first time I smelled a skunk, you know, I thought there was a party happening somewhere. That's all I'll say to you. I could smell that very earthy kind of a scent, and I was like, oh, there's a party happening somewhere. Someone's having a good time. And then somebody told me, no, that's why a skunk is called a skunk, or that's why other skunk is called. Anyway, we're getting completely off topic. If someone wants your company, Crawl Space Repair, to come into their house to encapsulate their crawl space, how long are we talking? What kind of a time frame? If they call you up on a Sunday night and say, is it possible you can come out this week? So you have to go out first, you'll look at the area, see what needs to be done, and how long are we talking before the job is finished?
Well, the first step would be an inspection.
Mhm.
It usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Our goal during that is to make sure the homeowner understands exactly what's going on under their home, why it's happening, and
Yeah.
find the best solution for them. For something like encapsulation or drainage, maybe 2 to 3 days each for work time.
Okay,
And we generally stay about 3 to 4 weeks out.
okay. And how many people, like, is it 3 or 4 guys on the crew, they'll come out and they'll work on it? Or?
Yep.
And I think you were telling me at one stage you've got 2 or 3 crews running around?
yes, we have 2 crews right now.
2 full crews?
Yes, sir.
So I gotta ask, how did it start out? So you're a retired vet, aren't you? Or you're a veteran?
I'm an Army veteran.
Army veteran. So you were in the army and you decided I want to crawl around crawl spaces.
No, not the.
So how do we kick off? How did it?
So it's funny. It was actually summer of 2020, kind of beginning of COVID. We were both working for the same company. We both got laid off at the same time.
Okay.
So we're thinking, how are we going to pay our bills? How are we going to, pay for my last year of school? I was going into my final year at Clemson.
Mhm.
And so we literally sat down and made a list of everything we knew how to do. One of the things on that list was crawl space work.
Right.
He had worked in another company previously and was great at it.
Yeah.
And so we started off pretty much the 2 of us with scissors and plastic installing vapor barriers.
Okay.
And then it just kind of snowballed from there. By the grace of God, we've been doing it for almost 4 years now, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
You busy?
Oh, yeah.
Busy. Oh, yeah.
All-
All this rain. All this rain. Yeah.
Non-stop. Keep going.
Yeah, you keep nonstop. 25.
That's the shameless plug. Give it again. Give us your number again. You may as well.
864-569-6325.
And they can get you on Cobb Crawl Space Repair as well. That's your website.
Yeah, so if they don't like phones, they could always go online. I'm sorry. Some
I
people
don't like phones.
I don't like phones
I
either.
hate my phone. I just want to get rid. Remember when we used to have a landline? Yeah. So sorry, you can get it on the.
Yeah, they can go to our website. It's cobbcrawl.com.
Mhm.
They can book an inspection for free on there.
Ah,
without
okay.
having to
So your
talk to
inspections
anybody.
are free.
Absolutely.
Ah. think I might have to get you out the road a little bit. Might get you to come out and take a look. So, all right, so we've done that. We've talked about where they can get you and roughly how much is it going to set you back, give or take?
That's kind of tough. It depends. I mean,
And on the size of the house and the different.
yeah, I mean, we do. I mean, if you're talking about a vapor barrier, it might be a couple $100s. If
Yeah.
you're talking about, you know, a
But it's
full
definitely worth it.
encapsulation.
I mean, does it increase the value of the house?
Oh yeah.
100%.
I mean, it's for an encapsulation. You know, you're going to want to do that if the home is something you plan on being in for probably 8 to 10 years at
Yeah.
least. It is a big investment.
How long does it last?
We
Well,
have-
so our standard encapsulations have a 10-year warranty.
Oh, right.
Advanced have a 30-year life of the structure.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay, so it's not going anywhere, so it's good.
It's one
And you
and
stand,
done.
you stand behind your work
of
definitely. So.
course.
Got our
Now-
name on it.
I was out, yeah, it does. I was out in your house and I saw your encapsulation. That was, it's like walking into a spaceship. It's just white and clean and tidy, and you can lie down in there and do things if that be pleasing you. But yeah, so anyway, give us the number again. I know you want to. Give us out your number.
864-569-6325.
So there you go. If you need to get your crawl space worked on, definitely give the Cobbs a call. They will pop out to you and they will get you sorted out straight away. Anyway, that about wraps it up for us here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can get us on the Facebook. We had Jason dropped us a message and he said, great show, guys. Hope to keep it going well. And he was asking, does Angie do family portraits? And I'm sure she does. Give her a call. Definitely get on to her. She'll do that for you. And it says, great show, guys. Cracking work. Keep it up. Keep up the good stuff. And I have someone who said they want to get their crawl space fixed. So I'll get the number on to you all. Anyway, we will be back next Thursday night, because Thursday night is our night. And between now and next Thursday, you can rewatch it on the Facebook or on YouTube. And you can get us at any stage. You can drop us a message. And if you want to be on the show, then leave us a message and we will get back to you. We'd love to have you down here. You've seen how it happens. You've seen what happens. And yeah, so between now and next Thursday, thank you so much. Slán Bye. See you next week.